Alrighty. Let's see here. If we are up and running. Okay, looks like we are up. So, welcome to a new week, everyone. Had a off day yesterday, pretty much, primarily because there is no Korean baseball yesterday. I'm unclear if that's a regular occurrence where every Monday they don't have any games, or if that just happens periodically. I'm not sure. But yeah, so we had no games yesterday, and really no significant betting options for Sunday that we hadn't already taken care of Saturday night. Um, so we have a few things to recap from what we had on Saturday into yesterday's gambling, and then we will review um, last night's, or I mean, early yesterday's Korean baseball results, and then we'll look at tomorrow's Korean baseball. That's the main thing that we look at now. The only other thing is really out there right now, at least as far as uh, DraftKings is concerned, would be the simulated games, which they're fun to play because they're free, and maybe I'll make a run through on one of those sometime just to go over it. There's no reason not to play them. Like I said, they're all free. It's great that DraftKings is doing that, giving a little chance for folks to stay connected to the fantasy world. Not everyone switching over to the Korean baseball or willing to check out NASCAR MMA if it's not one of the big four. Then sometimes they're just like they don't feel like there's nothing to do. But maybe I'll give a run through of those sometime this week. But for right now, we will just work on reviewing the results of the weekend gambles, and let's jump on over. First of all, to the MMA. This was the second MMA event, and oh yeah, we have got working on some new layouts, trying some new things. Uh, seeing how it works. Um, but this was the MMA event that we had. Again, very similar to the uh, the the one on Wednesday that I went through. I had the pick in the sixth round. Got the knockout in the second round there. I'm sorry, the sixth fight of the night, and got the knockout in the second round. So started off good with the with that second round knockout. But then like I discussed, I was looking at Anders versus Jotko, and we went with Anders as a potential upset pick, even though Jotko was the favorite. It did go the distance, but Anders lost. Wound up getting 20.5 points. That's not really, what you're looking for from a losing performance. So that hurt us. Then I was very disappointed by Barboza, again losing by decision. On this one he got a loss and 50 points. If that's your only loss of the night and you're getting 50 points out of it, that wouldn't be too bad. In the co-headliner we doubled up on the women's competition, and that was okay. Gadella did get the win. It was by decision. Um, but it was only 80 points. You'd like to get a little more out of that anytime you're getting the victory. And the loss only 8%, but 55 points. That would have been happy with that. I would have been happy with that. So the one that really got us was the Harris Overeem fight. Overeem showed, like I mentioned, in the review, Overeem when you're a guy like Overeem, the knockout power is the last thing to go. So I'm sorry about any of the background noise here. We've got some lawnmowers and plane flying overhead right now. But yeah, and Overeem showed you can still knock out anybody, and so yeah, that was good. Thanks, Kay. I'm glad you liked the new layout. We're going to keep on working on this. This is only the end of my first week here of streaming. I'm gonna give this a little shot too. Let me see how this works out. Play a little bit of music in the background while we're reviewing stuff. See how this works. If if you're still in the room, and if you can turn up your volume and see if you can hear any volume, just let me know. Or if it's too overwhelming, if it's too loud. But anyway, so Overeem showed he can still knock people out, and when that happened, that was pretty much the end of the night for us. There was no way to come back from that. Even as it was, I mean, really, we were only 120 points out of the money. Which that could have been made up if Harris would have gotten the win, if Barboza got the win. Any one of those would have put us right in the running. So even with the 4 losses, we were actually in the top half of the league. But that's one of the things with MMA. It's good. Anybody can lose a fight. So that's that. Let's jump over and look at the NASCAR. Yeah, this was our NASCAR thing. Like I said, this was I think just the first, or I don't know, maybe second or third, but I do not do NASCAR regularly. But this was our NASCAR pick overall. My number one pick was Harvick. He started in 6th. He did win the race. Led 159 laps. Had the fastest lap 77 times. So he was a big scorer for us. He got almost half our points. And really, 33.6%. Even on my roster, he wasn't the most owned. Bush was more owned. So was really happy with Harvick's performance. Bush came in 8,500, highly owned, got us 65 points. Can't complain about that. Also happy with Dylan, good money saver, 7,400. Started in 16th place, moved up to 11th. So got the 5 place differential points and the 11th finishing 11th bonus. So not terrible. Our this was the risk. This was the one out. That's good. I mean, that's fine. I'm actually looking for the music to be very faint right now. I'll keep on fine tuning it as we go into the future. But I really just want the music just to be there in the background. But thanks. Our big money saver, the health here, he wound up crashing out on lap 137. So I think that probably, again, like I said, I haven't done a whole lot of NASCAR fantasy sports, but odds are if you wind up getting a guy that crashes out, you're going to have a lot of difficulty getting into the money. Even that being said, we were only 19 points out of the money on this one. So for sure, if Hoff would have had any kind of decent performance at all, we would have been right in there. Logano didn't help us out much at all. Started in 9th, faded back to 18th, so no bonus points at all, and got us 17 points. And like I mentioned, one of the things that kind of surprised me a little bit, not being super familiar with the daily NASCAR um, rosters, was how many high-priced racers there were. I don't remember off the top of my head now, but I think there were 6 or 8 guys at 10,000 or above, and then a few more at 9,000. So it definitely made that decision as to, do you want to go with a $4,600 guy, save some money, hope he gets you anything, and double up on the high price guys, which is the way that I went. Or would it have been better if we didn't bother going with the 4,600 guy, grabbed another guy somewhere in the 7,000 range, 2 more guys in 7,000 range, and didn't go with Logano. Yeah, that might be something we try with the next one, um, which I think might be this weekend. I'll double check it, but I'll make sure we run through that the day before it happens. But Logano, of all of them, Logano definitely hurt us, seeing as how we had to spend over 10,000 for him, and all he did was fade in the race and not get any bonus and get us 17 points. Um, so that was that. So we'll stick with it. We'll see where that goes. And then for our Korean baseball recap from yesterday, this was the picks that we made on Saturday night. This was another one. We got into the money on this one. We did pretty good. We actually doubled the money on this one. This was a larger tournament, but if you remember, I really liked it because it was the top 25%. So we wound up finishing 524th in this one. You can see, we had the 2 pitchers. Our main guy was Despine. Had a good outing, 18 outs, 4 strikeouts, only gave up 1 earned run. Got some good points. And then went with Kim and cheap, 6,500. And he definitely paid off for us. Got us 6 strikeouts, 21 outs, only 1 earned run. Outscored our top guy. Only 17% of folks had him. That was big. Lee, we wound up going with him for the Heroes. And this was actually a last minute thing. I was up on Saturday and this game kicked off. Or first pitch on this game was at 1 a.m. Eastern. And I was up at 1 a.m. Eastern on Sunday morning. And I checked it out and saw that the catcher that I had in place, who I can't remember who it was now, was not starting. So I just jumped in, made a real quick change, found a guy that was starting, and got him in there. And hey, 3 hits, 2 runs, a base on balls. Only less than 5% owned. This was the guy that definitely helped us in our overall standings. The highest owned guy on the team was Kang, who he was one of my locks, 5,600. Again, paid off, got a home run, a 3-run home run. 1 hit, 1 run, a base on balls. Got his 20 points, great job. And then this was the one that we talked about, Arthur, as a potential risk. He hadn't been doing great, but he had been a power hitter. He was hitting cleanup for the Dinos against the Wyverns, and I felt like maybe we should take a risk on him. Hope that maybe we would get him with a lower ownership, and again, less than 14%, 13.9%, for a guy with 6,200, and he came through. Got 2 hits, a double, a home run, drove in 2 RBIs, scored a run, got us 21 points. That was great. And with a fairly low ownership. I did go with the cleanup batter for the Eagles. Right, the Eagles. That's who he plays for. The Eagles. No, the Lions. and which I normally don't do because, as I mentioned, I generally try to avoid starting players against teams where I have their pitcher. But you can't completely avoid it. Sometimes you gotta. It just fits into the budget right. So went with him, and sure enough, the team lost. So that worked out as great as I could hope for. You know. Hey Tiki, welcome to the show. Uh, yeah, don't let me know uh if you can see this new layout that I got here. This is we're working on building this up, making it look a little more sports related. And if you hear any music in the background, if it's not too overwhelming, uh, but where was I? Oh yeah, Mel Rojas Jr. Definitely was a disappointment there. I don't know how much it hurt overall in the outcome. I mean, almost 24% of the people had him. Um, so he hurt them as much as he hurt me. Um, but still, like I said, in general, when we're talking about uh, any of the fantasy sports, as long as I finish in the money, I'm happy. Um, you know, cool, cool. And do you hear any of the music in the background, Tiki? Are you able to hear any of the? Uh, I'm trying to get it set up so that we have a little bit of background music playing. I just faint. I don't want it too loud at all, but I want it to be noticeable but not overwhelming what I'm saying at all. Right, sure, sure, sure. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's some way to adjust that. I can definitely see. No music. Okay, let me try this. Let me see if I just turn it up just a little bit. Okay, you hear it? It's not too loud. It's not. It's just there in the background a little bit. Okay, cool, cool. So it might have been a little too low. I turned it up a little bit just now. Um, I definitely want it low. Let me turn it up a little bit more. Let me know if this is at all noticeable. Let me take it up to there. Is that making any difference? Okay. Knock it down to there. Yeah, I don't want it to be disrupting at all. I just want it to be there low in the background. I just turned it back down some. Is that better? Sounds good? Okay, good, good, good. Um, but yeah, so back to some of the reviews here. Uh, we've got, so again, very happy with the outcome from the Korean baseball on Sunday morning. Um, most of the lineup scored decently. Rojas was the only one. $6,000. That's a disappointment. Uh, yeah, yeah. I will work on. That's right now I just wanted to pick longer. Like this is just the entire Black album. Otherwise, you have to go through song by song and add them all individually and work through it. So I just wanted to try and get something that would play right for a while and then give me a chance to get the volume on the audio mixer adjusted. But good. Um, and this whole thing right here, the whole design of the page right now, I built all that from scratch. I was in there figuring it out. So I like it. I think it's better than just the. I mean, the other ones are fine. I might use them from time to time, but yeah. So that's our Korean baseball from Sunday morning. Um, after a week now, I'm a little bit ahead on Korean baseball. Been on a bit of a streak here now where, yeah, I had fun. Yeah, I saw I was going through, I wanted to get, make sure I got, all the four main sports represented, and get the baseball and the basketball and the football, but I did a little hockey search and I saw some pictures of Slapshot and I was like, oh, I've got to get a little animated GIF in there if I can. So got that set up and love it. Um, but yeah, so I'm a little bit ahead of as on Korean baseball for the week, but on a bit of a streak. 3 straight contests where I finished in the money. Um, so that's exciting. But that's what it is. Like I said, that's for me. That's what that's what I mean. I'm here just to keep playing and not have to invest more money. And I enjoy. I have fun. And then again, like I said, I think that's what everyone should be here. Everyone should be playing the game because they enjoy making the lineups, enjoy tracking everything, and then of course, every so often, throwing a shot for the $1 million tournament or the $500,000 tournament because you get a chance. But don't get wrapped up in it. Don't get sucked into it to where you're spending more money than you have, and play it this way. Do the grind. Play it this way. Build up your account little by little, and then when you have enough, go ahead and take your shot and get all excited about it. Who knows? Maybe one day, you or I, somebody that we know, will wind up in those top 3 spots in the $1 million tournament. So let me jump over to here for a second, and we will jump ahead and start looking at Korean baseball for tomorrow. So there we go. And so this is tomorrow's games. I believe they all have the. Let me check here. I think they all have the same. Yep, they all have the 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. Again, now this is a situation where I will not be there and awake at 5:30 in the morning, so gonna take a risk. See see how it goes. Hope that we don't lose out on too many players. So again, we'll do what we've been doing. I might wind up starting 2 tournaments in this one just to make up for not having any actual action today. But we'll see. We'll see how we go on that one. So if we're looking at Korean baseball for tomorrow. So there's a couple of pictures that are suggested on a couple of different pages. And again, like I said, we look for who's our lock, who's our primary pitcher, and determine which way that's going to go. I think that you've got 2 primary options here now. You've got one Tai Choi, which is up here. He's by far the most expensive guy, $9,500. Hasn't been awesome in the sense of striking people out, but he doesn't have any wins yet either. But only giving up maybe 2 runs per game right here, 4 runs, 6 strikeouts, total of 10 strikeouts. His ERA is under 3 for the season. Um, he's going against the Wyverns. The Wyverns who are uh, dead last in the league in points scored uh, right now. So he's an option. And then also looking at right here, William Quavis. He's had a couple of starts, no wins and a loss. 4 strikeouts and 5 strikeouts in his 2 starts. Had his last game only gave up 1 earned run. He gave up 6 before that, so I had a very ugly opening game. And his last one did a lot better. Gave up 1 earned run on 1 home run. And he's going against the Eagles. Yeah, he's going against the Eagles. And so this guy's $2,000 cheaper. And he's got some potential there. Let's take a look at Mike Wright real quick. Mike Wright's in here at 9,000. 2 games started thus far. Got a win in there. Only giving up 3 earned runs total. Decent strikeouts at 11 total. But this one's a little tricky. He's on the road. He's going to the Bears. Now, let's see. The Bears recently. Yeah, so the Bears are in second place right now. It's 7-4. They've gone 7-3 in their last 10 games. Now the Dinos are, they're the hot team in the league right now. They're 10-1. They've won 6 straight. They've got 9-1 in their last 10 games. So this is a battle of the top 2 teams in the league right now. Dinos are on the road. They're unbeaten on the road so far this year. Bears are at home. Bears have only had 2 home games so far this year. They've been on the road for 9 of their 11 games. They've only had 2 home games. They're 1-1. So that makes me even more shaky on considering right here. I mean, you got the Bears coming home after being on the road so much. They were off yesterday. They're going to be rested. They're going to be happy to be home. So $9,000 for this guy, even if he is the guy that's got one of the most points up top here. Let's take a look at this guy down here. Changu Lim. So he's only pitched 6 innings thus far. 5 hits, 1 earned run. He got 7 strikeouts in those 6 innings pitched. So that's why his average is so high, because he hasn't even pitched 9 innings yet. So you're taking a chance on him. So really I think that our question here is... do we go with Troy facing the... Do we spend up for Troy at 9,500? Going at home against the Wyverns? Or do we save some money, go with Cuevas at home against the Lions? Let's see. Cuevas... Oh, yeah, that last game where he gave up only 1 run, that was against the Dinos, who, as we just discussed, has been really, really hot. I can jump. I'm going to hold over. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'll be right back.
That is Brents to his feet to applaud. A piece of mastery in terms of athleticism.
What an absolute ripper that is.
Dion has it deflected. Up to the yes for a pass. That's amazing. 56-yarder, just like last week against Pittsburgh. Kick is blocked. Georgia Tech blocks it. The Jackets pick it up back at the 25, and Austin is returning it down the left sideline. Past the 50, past the 30, inside the 20. And he scores! He scores! You can't believe what just happened! What a time to be alive! Tommy Hill, look at the play! Look at the play by Iguchi! Mercy! Unreal! That's amazing. That's one of the best plays I have ever seen a second baseman make.
I think that's one of the best plays I ever seen played by any infielder, period.
Carvajal, Ronaldo, another magical moment. Absolutely incredible from a player who can conjure them up out of nowhere. Oh, wow. He got it. What a shot. Oh, that's going to be one of the great shots of the year. Dominant team. Brilliant. Steps into it. Pass is caught. Side caught by Diggs. Stay up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Diggs. Sideline. Touchdown. Oh, are you kidding me? It's a Minneapolis miracle. Swatted away by Amir Johnson. 8 seconds. Terrence Ross going right at Kenneth Fareed with the throwdown. Terrence Ross just did this over the manimal. Ross going balls. A weak grounder. Mahal will have to chase it. It's going to be trouble. Wow. He got him. Terrific play for Paul Mahalo. Give that man a hand. Lowry on the ball. Raptors have 2 timeouts. Siakam disrupts it. Lamb has to throw it up. Oh, my! It goes! It goes! Oh! Tommy Lamb, unbelievable! Toronto! Good golly, Miss Molly! He did it! This crowd is done.
All right. Jumping back over. Oh, great. Thanks, Tiki. Whenever I switched over there, if you're still here, Tiki, when I switched over to that Be Right Back video, did you hear me at all, or the music, or did you just hear the Did you just hear the video? If you're still here. Cool, yeah, cool. Okay, then that worked the way it was supposed to. And obviously you're hearing me again, and now the music should be back pretty low in the background. All right, cool. Thank you. Glad you were there to listen to that. But yeah, so anyway, back to what we were talking about here. Nice. Okay. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Yeah, I think there's music on the video, but it's not the background Metallica that I'm playing here. But so anyway, so I think that those are the top ones that we're looking at. You know, there's also, Buchanan is another one. Yeah, he had. Take a look if you can. Yeah, he's got 1 win, 1 loss. Had a heck of an outing in his last game. Who was he out against the last game? Heroes. He played the Heroes in his last game. Went 7 innings pitched, two hits, no earned runs, 8 strikeouts. So he did pretty good there. As opposed to this disastrous outing here where he only pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 earned runs, only got 2 strikeouts. Right. Okay. Yeah. So there's a little bit of a delay from the text coming in. Yeah, I think that can be adjusted if I put the broadcast on a separate screen, which I might wind up doing, but still getting comfortable with it just after a week of broadcasting. Streaming, I guess, was the actual word. And apologies for any noise in the background. There's people outside that are taking advantage of the nice weather here in the Pittsburgh area and getting out there and doing some yard work. You'd think they would know that I'm about to be going in depth into some fantasy insight here. Oh, good. Glad. I do hear it, but so you got Buchanan here. He's getting the pitch at home. Let's see. Now this is the Lions versus the Twins. Twins are coming in at 7-4. Lions are 4-8. The Lions are playing at home, but man, they have not been good anywhere. They're 2-4. 2-4 at home. Twins have only played 2 road games. Yeah. Don't think I'm going to go with Buchanan as my main pick. So for my main pick, I'm going to go between Choi and Cuevas. I'm going to go with Cuevas as my main pick here. Again, like I said, now who knows? I might wind up being able to get both of them in there. And I might go with 2 lineups today. But let's put Cuevas in there and start. So then from there, we jump over to our primary hitters. So again, looking for which individual hitters do we want and which teams do we think might be in a lopsided victory. Let's see. So here we've got. Let's take a look at some of the matchups. We've got the Wiz at home against the Eagles. Wiz are coming at 4-7. Eagles are there at 5-7. So nothing too much there. Let's see who's pitching. Shihuan Jang. Yeah, Shihuan Jang is pitching for the Eagles. Who the primary number looking at there is in 12 innings pitched so far, he has allowed 25 base runners. So he's averaging let's take a look at him. See you later, Tiki. Enjoy, yeah. I look forward to talking to you on Wednesday at the latest. So here's Jang pitching for the Eagles. And so he's got a win and a loss. 12 innings pitched. He's given up 16 hits in those 12 innings. 7 base on balls. That's very, very hard to uh, maintain an ERA even at 3 or 4 there. So yeah, so I do kind of like the potential of stacking a few of the Wiz players against Jang. Um, so let's see what would happen. We've had luck with stacks with the Wiz before. So let's take a look at this. We know we like Kang. So, Kang's come through for us a lot. Now, the thing is, he's at 5,800, first baseman and an outfielder. He's going to be highly owned. He's definitely going to be up there. He's not going to give you a leg up on a lot of the league. But uh, but Rojas got nothing last night. So again, I might be looking at a double up. Not last night, the night before. Yeah, early Sunday. So I might be looking at again going with a stack that I've gone with a couple of times here recently, taking Rojas, Kang, and then their leadoff hitter, which let's double check and make sure that this is still the case. There we go. Yeah, and the leadoff hitter is Woojun Sim, who we've picked a couple of times. And is his price still down? Yeah, and his price is still down here. Woojun Sim right here. Price is still down at $20. It's a great money saver. You get him batting first, batting leadoff, and then you got options with Kang and Rojas, batting third and fifth. Who's batting cleanup for them today? Who's batting cleanup for the Wiz? One, two, three. Looks like it is Hadrun. Oh no, but he's listed. Hadrun Yu's listed as out. Interesting. Okay. It looks like maybe he was slated, but now let's take a look at Hadrun Yu. See what they say here. See what other information we can get from him. He's normally coming in at 4,400. Yeah, he's definitely listed as out. 6 weeks. 6 weeks with a torn adductor. Okay. So he got hurt in Saturday's contest. Yeah. No talk about who's going to play. So it looks like maybe they haven't made a decision on who's going to be batting fourth yet. That would be something that if you're going to be up early, you can take a look at it. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll move Rojas up into the fourth slot. But yeah, so right now looking at this stack, which has worked for us a number of times, and then that leaves us at 4,600. We would probably be looking at needing to get another money saving option here. Let's see. So we could look at a money saver for the Heroes. You know, Kunshanse, which is located down here. Oh, let's just jump over to the heroes. Find them easier that way. Here he is right here. 2,500, bats lead off. We could get him in at the second base position right now. Let's see. Yeah, he had a great game last game. 3 hits and 4 at bats. Had a home run, 3 RBIs, a walk. Scored 2 runs. Yeah, so he definitely cleaned up. And 2,500, that's definitely somebody you could throw in there. When you throw in there, then you're at 5,100 left. If you jump back over to pitchers, you know, and if we did look at, say, maybe getting Troy in there, that would put us at $4,000 left over. That's very respectable to fill out the rest of your lineup. Especially in this format right here, you got two outfielders left. That's usually a pretty good range of folks there you can get. So I think that's what we're looking at right there. We're looking at you know, that kind of lineup. Heck, if you don't go with Troy, and if instead you took let's say with decided to go with a Buchanan and threw him in there, then you're looking at 4,500 for the rest of your line. That's not bad at all either. You know, that gives you a chance. You know, it looks to me, I'm thinking So and Wundun Sim, both great money savers there. You should be able to fill out a respectable lineup this way. I very well may go with 2 lineups this day. We'll catch up on those tomorrow and follow up on it. Tomorrow, I think I'm scheduled to be check down below the video. There's a schedule for them. I think it's gonna be around 8 o'clock tomorrow. I think. I can't remember if tomorrow's my late day or not. But take a look. I'll be here for whatever the schedule is. We'll probably tomorrow. We'll definitely review the results from Korean baseball. We'll look at the next day of Korean baseball. Maybe we'll just for the fun of it run through a little bit of some of the simulated games that is going on. I enter them every day just because they're free. But they're simulated. You know, it's just Madden games playing, and you know, and I don't know. I know there's numbers and there's articles and there's stats out there on it, but I'm just not excited about it. I've never been into the esports betting. I know there's that too, and maybe someday I'll get into it more. But right now, you know, we can run through it for fun maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Also tomorrow we'll probably be looking ahead to some golf and going from there. So I think that's about all that I have for everybody for today's stream. I might wind up stopping back later tonight at some point. You know, messing around with some formats and maybe talking a little bit of sports if anybody's around. Be great for anybody who checks us out to follow me. Check me out on Twitter if you get a chance. But definitely follow here. Stay in touch. Look forward to talking to more of you as we progress. And that's it, everyone. Take care and talk soon. Bye-bye.